Have you ever felt like you're living for everyone else but yourself? Like your time, energy, and even dreams are consumed by the expectations, opinions, and comparisons of others? In the whirlwind of modern life, it's easy to get caught up in the noise, to measure your worth against social media highlights or the standards set by those around you. But what if 2025 could be different? What if this year you decided to reclaim your time, your focus, and your life? As Marcus Aurelius once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." The philosophy of Stoicism teaches us that true freedom and peace come from within, not from controlling others or seeking external validation, but by mastering yourself. This year is your chance to shift your perspective and focus solely on what matters: your growth, your peace, and your purpose. Through 10 powerful lessons rooted in Stoic philosophy, you'll learn how to silence the distractions, overcome self-doubt, and embrace a life of intentionality and self-mastery. Are you ready to make 2025 the year of you? Let Stoicism be your guide. Like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to our channel. Together, let's embark on this transformative journey to focus only on yourself in 2025. Lesson 1. Understand what you can control. Imagine waking up each morning with a clear sense of direction, undistracted by things beyond your influence. This clarity lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy. Epictetus wisely taught, "Some things are within our control, while others are not." This simple yet profound distinction is the cornerstone of inner peace and productivity. When we learn to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and choices, we liberate ourselves from the emotional burden of external chaos. Think of how often we waste energy worrying about things outside our grasp: other people's opinions, the unpredictability of the economy, or even the weather. These concerns drain us, leaving little room for what truly matters. By redirecting our focus to what we can influence, we regain power over our lives. Instead of fixating on whether others approve of us, we can channel our energy into personal growth, honing our skills, and nurturing meaningful relationships. This shift in mindset transforms anxiety into action and frustration into fulfillment. Consider the story of a young professional striving to advance in their career. At first, they obsessed over their boss's unpredictable feedback, interpreting every word as a critique of their worth. This constant overthinking left them exhausted and unproductive. But after embracing the Stoic principle of focusing on controllable factors, they began directing their energy toward what they could improve, refining their work, developing new skills, and communicating more effectively. Over time, their growth became undeniable, and the external recognition they once craved naturally followed. This principle applies universally, from managing relationships to navigating global uncertainties. Instead of dwelling on the behaviors or decisions of others, focus on how you respond to them. When you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and open the door to greater self-mastery. Putting this lesson into practice is both empowering and simple. Each morning, take a moment to identify 3 things within your control for the day. These could be as straightforward as your attitude, the effort you put into your work, or the way you treat others. Write them down as a reminder to focus your energy on what truly matters. As you consistently apply this habit, you'll notice a profound shift in how you approach challenges and opportunities alike. Mastering what you can control doesn't mean ignoring the world around you. Instead, it means understanding your role within it and choosing how to engage. The Stoics didn't advocate for apathy, but for purposeful action rooted in clarity. By focusing on your circle of influence, you create a ripple effect of positive change that extends far beyond yourself. As Epictetus reminded us, the greatest strength comes not from controlling the external, but from mastering the internal. Ask yourself, what can I control today? Write it down, act on it, and watch how your perspective transforms. This is the first step on your journey to true self-mastery in 2025. Lesson 2. Stop comparing yourself to others. With the clarity of focusing on what you can control, it's time to address one of the most insidious distractions in life: comparison. As Seneca observed, you will find no one willing to share his money, but to how many does each of us divide his life? In modern terms, how often do we give away our peace and energy by comparing ourselves to others? This habit, as universal as it is destructive, drains our focus and prevents us from appreciating our unique journey. Comparison is a thief of time and joy. It draws your attention away from your own growth and locks it onto an external benchmark, one that often has little relevance to your values or potential. When you measure yourself against others, you base your self-worth on factors outside your control, their achievements, circumstances, or appearance. This creates a cycle of dissatisfaction, as there will always be someone further ahead or seemingly more successful. The Stoics teach us to break free from this trap by shifting our focus inward. Compete not with others, but with the person you were yesterday. Consider the mindset of an athlete preparing for a marathon. If they constantly compare their performance to that of other runners, their energy becomes scattered and self-doubt creeps in. But when they focus solely on improving their own time, shaving seconds off each lap, refining their stride and building endurance, they channel their efforts into meaningful progress. By competing only with themselves, they not only perform better, but also find greater satisfaction in the journey. This lesson applies to every aspect of life. Imagine a young artist scrolling through social media, overwhelmed by the dazzling portfolios of other creators. Instead of letting this comparison stifle their creativity, they decide to focus on honing their own craft. Each new piece becomes an opportunity to learn and grow. Over time, their unique style emerges, not by imitating others, but by embracing their individual path. This shift in focus transforms comparison into inspiration, fueling their progress rather than hindering it. Breaking the habit of comparison begins with self-awareness. Ask yourself, when do I feel most inclined to compare myself to others? Is it during moments of insecurity or boredom? Recognizing these triggers helps you redirect your thoughts before they spiral. One practical exercise is to keep a daily journal where you answer the question, what makes me proud of myself today? By reflecting on your strengths and accomplishments, no matter how small, you train your mind to focus on your progress instead of external benchmarks. Another powerful practice is gratitude. When you acknowledge the unique opportunities, skills, and experiences that you possess, the desire to compare diminishes. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, reminding you that your path is valuable in its own right. Remember, comparing yourself to others only limits your potential. Your worth is not determined by how you measure up to someone else, but by how fully you embrace and grow into the person you are meant to be. Let go of the need to compete with the world and focus instead on becoming the best version of yourself. This, as the Stoics would say, is the truest victory. Lesson 3. Cultivating mindfulness. As you release yourself from the habit of comparison, you open a door to a deeper connection with the present moment. This is where mindfulness steps in, offering the clarity and strength that comes from focusing on what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This timeless wisdom underscores the transformative potential of mindfulness, a practice that allows you to navigate life with calm and intention, free from the distractions of external chaos. Mindfulness is not about emptying your mind, but about anchoring it in the now. It means being fully present, aware of your thoughts and surroundings without judgment. In a world filled with constant noise, notifications, deadlines, and societal pressures, mindfulness acts as a sanctuary, helping you live each moment more fully. When practiced consistently, it becomes a shield against stress and a compass that keeps you aligned with your values. Imagine a professional caught in the whirlwind of workplace demands. Deadlines pile up, meetings overlap, and every email feels like an urgent call to action. Overwhelmed, they decide to embrace mindfulness as a tool for managing the chaos. Instead of tackling everything at once, they break their tasks into smaller, manageable pieces and approach each with full focus. By dedicating their attention to one task at a time, they not only reduce stress, but also deliver higher quality work. This small shift in perspective transforms what could have been a harrowing day into a series of meaningful accomplishments. Mindfulness is especially powerful because it encourages you to let go of what you cannot control. It reminds you to focus on your actions, not on the outcomes or others' opinions. Picture an artist at their easel, painting with full concentration. They aren't preoccupied with how the final piece will be received, but instead immerse themselves in the joy of creation. This focus on the process, rather than the result, embodies the essence of mindfulness. The benefits of mindfulness extend beyond productivity. They nurture emotional resilience. When you cultivate mindfulness, you create space between stimulus and response. This allows you to pause, reflect, and act with intention rather than react impulsively. Consider someone confronted with criticism during a heated discussion. Instead of immediately reacting defensively, they take a deep breath, acknowledge their emotions, and choose a thoughtful response. This ability to pause transforms potential conflict into an opportunity for constructive dialogue. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily life doesn't require hours of practice. Start small. Dedicate just 5 minutes a day to focus on your breath. Sit in a quiet space, close your eyes, and observe each inhale and exhale. If your mind wanders, gently guide it back to your breath. Over time, this simple exercise will train your mind to remain present, even in the face of distractions. Another practical approach is to incorporate mindfulness into routine activities. For example, during your morning coffee, savor each sip instead of scrolling through your phone. Notice the warmth of the cup, the aroma of the brew, and the taste on your tongue. These small moments of mindfulness enrich your day, grounding you in the here and now. The beauty of mindfulness lies in its accessibility. It requires no special tools, no perfect conditions, only your willingness to pause and be present. As Marcus Aurelius taught, true strength comes from within, from mastering your mind. Mindfulness is the practice that unlocks this mastery, helping you live with clarity, purpose, and peace. Ask yourself, how can I bring mindfulness into my day-to-day? Start small, stay consistent, and watch how this simple practice transforms your ability to focus, your emotional resilience, and your overall sense of well-being. This is the power of mindfulness, your key to living fully, no matter the circumstances. Lesson 4. Embrace challenges as a part of life. With mindfulness as your compass, you are better equipped to face one of life's unavoidable truths, challenges. They come in many forms: unexpected setbacks, personal failures, or obstacles that seem insurmountable. Instead of fearing or avoiding them, Stoicism teaches us to embrace difficulties as opportunities for growth. As Seneca wisely said, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Just as physical exercise strengthens muscles through resistance, life's hardships fortify your character and resilience. Challenges are not enemies to be defeated, but teachers that shape who you are. Consider how often people strive for a smooth, obstacle-free life, only to find themselves stagnant when things go too easily. Growth occurs in the struggle, in the moments when you are pushed beyond your comfort zone. Adopting this mindset transforms difficulties from sources of despair into stepping stones for self-improvement. Take, for example, the story of an entrepreneur who poured their savings into a business venture that ultimately failed. Initially, they were crushed by the weight of their perceived loss. But instead of retreating, they chose to analyze their mistakes, refine their strategies, and rebuild. With each failure, they became more adept at navigating challenges, eventually creating a thriving enterprise. Their success wasn't a result of avoiding difficulty, but of embracing it as an integral part of the journey. This principle applies not only to grand endeavors, but also to everyday struggles. Imagine a student failing an important exam. The initial reaction might be frustration or even self-doubt. However, by reframing the failure as feedback, they can identify areas for improvement and approach their studies with renewed focus. Over time, the skills and discipline they develop will extend far beyond academics, equipping them to handle future challenges with confidence. Accepting challenges doesn't mean seeking out pain or discomfort for its own sake. Instead, it involves recognizing that life's hardships are inevitable and choosing to confront them with courage and intention. This perspective frees you from the frustration of wishing for an easier path and allows you to focus on building the strength to walk the one you're on. A practical way to cultivate this mindset is through reflection. When faced with a difficulty, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this experience? Writing down your thoughts can help you process emotions and identify actionable steps to move forward. For example, if you're dealing with workplace conflict, reflect on how you can improve communication or establish boundaries to prevent future misunderstandings. Another powerful practice is visualization. Picture yourself overcoming a current challenge. Imagine the confidence and sense of accomplishment you'll feel when you emerge on the other side. This mental rehearsal not only motivates you, but also strengthens your belief in your ability to endure and succeed. Challenges, when embraced, reveal your hidden potential. They push you to innovate, adapt, and grow in ways you never thought possible. Each difficulty faced with determination becomes a badge of resilience, a testament to your strength and capacity for growth. As Seneca reminds us, these moments are not punishments, but opportunities, gifts in disguise that shape the person you are destined to become. So, what challenge are you facing today? Take a moment to write it down, along with one way you can approach it as an opportunity for growth. Whether it's a personal setback, a professional obstacle, or an emotional struggle, remember, the road may be tough, but every step forward strengthens you. Embrace the difficulty, learn from it, and let it propel you toward the best version of yourself. Lesson 5. Redefine success on your own terms. In a world driven by external validation, the concept of success is often dictated by societal norms, wealth, status, accolades, or the approval of others. But Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective. True success is deeply personal, defined by how well you live in alignment with your values and purpose. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." This profound insight urges us to step away from society's narrow definitions and focus on crafting a life that resonates with our authentic selves. Success, in its truest form, isn't about ticking off milestones that others deem important. It's about asking yourself, what truly matters to me? This self-reflection requires courage, because it might reveal priorities that diverge from societal expectations. Imagine a young lawyer working tirelessly at a prestigious firm. From the outside, they appear to be thriving, high income, recognition, and a promising career trajectory. But internally, they feel unfulfilled because their true passion lies in helping underserved communities. The moment they redefine success as creating meaningful change, their life takes on a deeper sense of purpose and satisfaction. This redefinition of success isn't limited to career choices. It extends to every facet of life: relationships, health, personal growth, and even leisure. For instance, think of a parent who decides to spend more time with their children, prioritizing family over climbing the corporate ladder. Their success is measured not by promotions or pay raises, but by the deep connections they foster within their home. This decision reflects a life lived intentionally, guided by values rather than external pressures. One of the most liberating aspects of redefining success is the freedom it brings. No longer shackled by the need for approval, you can focus your energy on pursuits that genuinely fulfill you. This shift in mindset allows you to find joy in the journey, rather than constantly chasing an elusive destination. Success becomes a state of being, rooted in the present moment, rather than a distant goal. But how do you begin to redefine success in a way that aligns with your true self? Start by identifying your core values. Write down what matters most to you, whether it's integrity, creativity, compassion, or adventure. Then, evaluate your current pursuits against these values. Are your daily actions moving you closer to the life you want, or are they driven by external expectations? This exercise helps you identify misalignments and empowers you to make intentional changes. Another practical step is to set intrinsic goals, objectives that are meaningful to you personally, rather than those that are externally rewarded. For example, instead of aiming to lose weight to impress others, focus on improving your health so you can feel energized and confident. Intrinsic goals are more sustainable and satisfying because they stem from your internal motivation. Finally, practice gratitude for your unique journey. Celebrate small victories, not because they meet societal standards, but because they reflect your progress toward a life true to yourself. Each step, no matter how small, is a success in its own right. By redefining success on your own terms, you reclaim your power and create a life of authenticity and fulfillment. Ask yourself today, what does success mean to me? Write it down, let it guide your decisions, and watch as your life transforms into a masterpiece crafted by your own hands. Lesson 6. Stay calm in the face of criticism. Building on the idea of defining success on your own terms, another essential Stoic lesson emerges: the ability to remain calm when faced with criticism. In a world where opinions are easily shared and often unkind, this skill is not just a virtue but a necessity. Epictetus encapsulates this perfectly. If someone speaks badly of you, live so that none will believe it. This philosophy encourages us to respond to criticism not with defensiveness or anger, but with integrity and rationality. Criticism is an inevitable part of life. Whether it comes from a well-meaning friend or an ill-intentioned detractor, how you respond reveals more about you than the critique itself. Imagine a leader confronted with harsh rumors undermining their credibility. An impulsive reaction, angrily refuting every claim might validate the gossip. However, a calm and measured response, coupled with transparent actions, not only deflates the criticism, but reinforces the leader's integrity. The quiet strength of composure often speaks louder than words. One of the keys to mastering this calmness is understanding the nature of criticism. Not all feedback is created equal. Some criticisms hold valuable insights that, when approached with an open mind, can lead to personal growth. Others stem from envy or misunderstanding and are best ignored. The wisdom lies in discerning which is which. Ask yourself, is this feedback constructive? Does it align with my values? If the answer is yes, embrace it as an opportunity for improvement. If not, let it go without allowing it to disturb your peace. Consider the story of an artist who faced scathing reviews for their latest work. Instead of internalizing the negativity or lashing out, they took a step back to evaluate the critique objectively. They realized that some comments pointed out areas for refinement, which they gratefully addressed, while the rest were subjective opinions that did not resonate with their creative vision. By maintaining this balance, the artist grew both in skill and resilience, transforming criticism into a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Remaining calm under criticism also fosters better relationships. Imagine a colleague offering blunt feedback during a meeting. Reacting defensively could escalate tensions, creating a hostile environment. Conversely, acknowledging the feedback with grace, "Thank you for sharing your perspective, I'll consider it carefully," demonstrates maturity and openness, encouraging mutual respect. This approach not only diffuses potential conflict, but also strengthens professional rapport. Practicing composure in the face of criticism requires mindfulness and reflection. Start by observing your natural reactions. When criticized, do you tend to react emotionally, withdraw, or overanalyze? Write down your typical response and identify areas for improvement. For instance, if you often react defensively, focus on pausing before responding. Count to 3, take a deep breath, and choose your words intentionally. Another effective practice is reframing criticism. Instead of seeing it as an attack, view it as a mirror reflecting potential blind spots. This mindset shift allows you to approach feedback with curiosity rather than fear, fostering growth rather than resistance. Above all, remember that criticism often reveals more about the critic than the criticized. As Epictetus teaches, the best response to unfair criticism is to live in a way that renders it irrelevant. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Integrity, consistency, and a clear alignment with your values are your greatest defenses. The next time you face criticism, ask yourself, what is this feedback teaching me? Use it as a tool to refine your character, not as a weight to drag you down. Write down how you responded and think about how you might handle similar situations in the future. With practice, staying calm under criticism becomes second nature, transforming moments of discomfort into opportunities for growth. This is the power of Stoicism in action, guiding you to live with dignity, grace, and unshakable confidence. Lesson 7. Embrace the power of daily progress. In the pursuit of self-mastery, grand transformations often start with small, consistent actions. The Stoics understood that progress is not a sudden leap, but a series of deliberate steps taken each day. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This call to action invites us to stop overthinking, avoid perfectionism, and focus instead on steady, daily progress. It's in these incremental efforts that the seeds of greatness are sown. Daily progress isn't glamorous, it's quiet and unassuming. It's waking up 15 minutes earlier to journal your thoughts, choosing a healthier meal, or completing a single task with undivided attention. These actions may seem insignificant in isolation, but their cumulative effect is extraordinary. Like drops of water carving a canyon, daily progress reshapes your character and builds a life of purpose and resilience. Consider the story of a writer dreaming of completing a novel. The magnitude of the task feels overwhelming, and self-doubt whispers, "You'll never finish this." But instead of fixating on the daunting end goal, they commit to writing just 300 words a day. Some days the words flow effortlessly. On others, each sentence feels like a battle. Yet, by showing up consistently, they eventually complete the manuscript, a feat achieved not by extraordinary bursts of inspiration, but by the quiet power of daily discipline. This principle applies to every area of life. Think of a person recovering from a financial setback. Faced with debt, they could easily feel paralyzed by the enormity of their challenge. But by creating a budget, saving a small amount each week, and consistently chipping away at their obligations, they regain control over their finances. Each small act of progress rebuilds not just their bank account, but also their confidence and sense of agency. What makes daily progress so transformative is its accessibility. You don't need extraordinary talent or resources to start. You simply need commitment and consistency. The first step is identifying what truly matters to you. What areas of your life could benefit from steady, intentional effort? Once you've chosen a focus, break it down into manageable actions. If you want to improve your health, begin with a short walk each morning. If you aim to strengthen your relationships, make it a point to express gratitude to someone you care about each day. Stoicism teaches us to detach from the outcome and focus on the process. You may not see immediate results, and that's okay. Progress is rarely linear. There will be setbacks and plateaus, but these are not failures. They are part of the journey. Each effort, no matter how small, moves you closer to your goal. As Seneca wisely said, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. By showing up daily, you prepare yourself to seize the opportunities that come your way. One practical exercise to cultivate this habit is to track your progress. Create a simple journal where you record one thing you did today to move closer to your goal. Reflect on what worked, what didn't, and how you can improve tomorrow. This practice not only keeps you accountable, but also reinforces the mindset of growth and resilience. Daily progress is not just about achieving goals, it's about becoming the person capable of achieving them. It's about proving to yourself that you can rise to the challenge, even on the hardest days. Each step you take builds not just momentum, but also self-trust, showing you that you have the strength and discipline to create a meaningful life. So, ask yourself, what small step can I take today to become the person I aspire to be? Write it down, take that step, and let the power of daily progress transform you. As you commit to this practice, you'll discover that the journey itself is the reward, and every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory worth celebrating. Lesson 8. Find strength in gratitude. As you strive towards self-mastery and daily progress, one virtue elevates your journey to an entirely new level: gratitude. While often overlooked, gratitude is one of the most transformative practices in Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius captures its essence beautifully. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Gratitude doesn't just remind us of what we have. It strengthens our resolve, deepens our resilience, and shifts our perspective from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude begins with awareness. It's easy to overlook the good when challenges demand our attention or when the noise of life distracts us. Yet, when you pause to acknowledge the beauty of what you already have, you anchor yourself in the present moment. This simple act changes how you approach obstacles. Instead of viewing setbacks as insurmountable, gratitude reframes them as opportunities to grow. It gives you the strength to persevere by reminding you of how far you've come. Consider the story of a single mother juggling multiple jobs to provide for her family. Each day is filled with challenges, long hours, limited resources, and constant fatigue. Yet, she chooses to focus on the small joys, her child's laughter, the kindness of a stranger, or the satisfaction of completing another day's work. Gratitude doesn't erase her struggles, but it empowers her to face them with hope and determination. This mindset transforms hardship into a journey of purpose. Gratitude also acts as a shield against envy and comparison. When you focus on what you have, the desire for what others possess diminishes. Imagine a young professional who feels inadequate because their peers seem to be advancing faster. Instead of fixating on what they lack, they take a moment to appreciate their own progress, the lessons they've learned, the skills they've developed, and the unique path they're on. This shift in perspective not only boosts their confidence, but also inspires them to keep moving forward. Practicing gratitude doesn't require grand gestures. It thrives in the small, intentional moments of reflection. Begin your day by listing 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how simple. It could be the warmth of your morning coffee, the support of a friend, or the chance to start fresh. This habit, repeated daily, rewires your brain to notice and appreciate the positive aspects of life. Another way to cultivate gratitude is through writing. At the end of each day, jot down one moment that brought you joy or taught you a valuable lesson. Over time, this collection of reflections becomes a reservoir of strength, a reminder of how much you have to be thankful for, even during difficult times. Gratitude is not passive, it's an active choice that fuels resilience and optimism. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present, creating a foundation of inner peace. As Seneca advised, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. By embracing gratitude, you ground yourself in the here and now, freeing your mind from unnecessary worry. So, take a moment today to pause and reflect. What are you grateful for right now? Let this practice become your compass, guiding you through challenges and reminding you of the abundance already present in your life. Gratitude is not just a virtue, it's a source of strength, one that empowers you to live fully, love deeply, and face each day with unwavering courage. Lesson 9. Cultivating self-discipline. As gratitude fortifies your spirit, the next cornerstone on your path to self-mastery is self-discipline. This principle is essential for turning aspirations into reality, ensuring that your progress remains steady even in the face of distractions or setbacks. Epictetus's words resonate deeply here. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. True freedom, as he emphasizes, is rooted in mastering yourself, your actions, habits, and responses. Self-discipline is not about rigidly adhering to rules, but about aligning your daily actions with your long-term goals. It's the quiet strength that helps you stay on course, even when temptations and excuses try to pull you away. Imagine a student preparing for a challenging exam. They face the allure of procrastination, the temptation to scroll through social media or watch just one more episode of their favorite show. Yet, by practicing self-discipline, they choose to study consistently each day, breaking the material into manageable portions. When the exam day arrives, their preparation allows them to excel, not because of last-minute cramming, but because of their steady commitment. This principle applies universally. Whether you're pursuing a career milestone, building healthier habits, or deepening relationships, discipline is the bridge between intention and achievement. Without it, even the most well-intentioned plans falter. However, with discipline, even the most ambitious goals become attainable, one deliberate step at a time. What makes self-discipline so powerful is its cumulative effect. Every disciplined action reinforces your ability to make the next one. Think of it like building a muscle. Each repetition strengthens your capacity for resilience and focus. The key is to start small and stay consistent. Begin by identifying one area of your life where you want to improve. It could be waking up earlier, exercising regularly, or dedicating time to a creative pursuit. Create a simple, realistic plan that breaks your goal into daily actions. For example, if you aim to read more, commit to just 10 pages a day. Over a year, those pages will add up to several books, a tangible achievement built on small, disciplined efforts. One of the most effective tools for cultivating discipline is planning. When you plan your day, you set clear intentions for how you will spend your time and energy. Write down your priorities each morning or the night before. Having a roadmap reduces the mental fatigue of decision-making and keeps you focused on what truly matters. As you follow your plan, you'll find that each completed task brings a sense of accomplishment, motivating you to keep going. Of course, discipline isn't always easy. There will be days when motivation wanes or obstacles arise. In those moments, remind yourself of your why. Why did you start this journey? What is the deeper purpose behind your goal? Connecting to this sense of purpose reignites your determination and helps you push through temporary discomfort. Self-discipline also requires forgiveness. No one is perfect, and slip-ups are inevitable. The key is to view these moments not as failures, but as opportunities to learn and recommit. If you miss a workout, overspend, or procrastinate, reflect on what led to that choice and adjust your approach moving forward. Progress is built on persistence, not perfection. As you strengthen your self-discipline, you'll notice its ripple effects in other areas of your life. Decisions become easier, distractions lose their grip, and your confidence grows. You'll discover that the freedom Epictetus spoke of isn't found in avoiding effort, but in embracing it. True freedom comes from knowing that you have the power to shape your life through deliberate action. So, ask yourself today, what is one habit I can commit to that aligns with my goals? Write it down, create a plan, and take the first step. Discipline is not a punishment. It is the key to unlocking your potential and living a life of purpose. Each disciplined action is a victory, proof that you are in control of your destiny. Lesson 10. Live in the present moment. As you strengthen self-discipline, the ultimate Stoic lesson comes into focus, the art of living fully in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius, in his profound wisdom, advised, "Confine yourself to the present." This seemingly simple directive holds immense power, reminding us that life is not lived in the past we can't change or the future we can't predict, but in the fleeting, beautiful moments of the here and now. So often we find ourselves trapped by regrets over yesterday or anxieties about tomorrow. These distractions pull us away from the present, robbing us of the ability to fully engage with life. Imagine a person sitting at dinner with their family, but mentally preoccupied with work deadlines or replaying an argument from the day before. Physically present but emotionally absent, they miss the laughter, the connection, and the fleeting magic of that shared meal. Living in the present requires intentional effort, but it's a practice that transforms how you experience each moment. The beauty of living in the present lies in its simplicity. It's not about achieving perfection or eliminating all distractions. Instead, It's about recognizing the value of now, the one moment you can influence. Consider the story of a professional balancing a demanding career with family life. Overwhelmed by work obligations, they decide to set aside their phone during family time, focusing entirely on their loved ones. The result? Stronger bonds, clearer communication, and a newfound appreciation for the time they have together. This shift in focus doesn't erase the demands of their job, but ensures that the moments they do spend with family are rich and meaningful. Living in the present also enhances your ability to handle challenges. When you stop worrying about the long-term implications of every obstacle, you free your mind to address what's immediately within your control. For example, a student overwhelmed by the scope of their thesis can break the task into small, manageable parts, focusing solely on completing one paragraph or research section at a time. By narrowing their attention to what they can do now, they not only make progress, but also reduce feelings of stress and paralysis. To cultivate this mindset, start by anchoring yourself to the present with small, intentional practices. One powerful exercise is to pause throughout your day and ask yourself, what am I experiencing right now? Pay attention to your senses, the warmth of the sun, the rhythm of your breath, the sound of laughter nearby. These moments of mindfulness ground you, helping you reconnect with the present and appreciate its unique gifts. Journaling is another effective tool for practicing presence. Each day, write down one thing you're grateful for in the present moment. It could be a supportive conversation, a peaceful walk, or simply the satisfaction of completing a task. Over time, this habit trains your mind to focus on the positives of today rather than the uncertainties of tomorrow. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring the future or disregarding the lessons of the past. Instead, it's about integrating these perspectives in a way that allows you to act intentionally in the here and now. As Marcus Aurelius emphasized, worrying about what lies ahead only drains your energy. By confining your attention to the present, you channel your efforts where they matter most. Let this final lesson inspire you to reclaim your moments. Whether it's savoring your morning coffee, fully engaging in a conversation, or immersing yourself in a creative project, choose to live fully in the present. The past has already passed, and the future will unfold in time. But the present moment, it's yours to embrace. As we close this journey through the 10 Stoic lessons, let's reflect on the powerful truth. Focusing on yourself is not selfish. It's essential for growth, clarity, and balance. When you embrace these teachings, you don't just live, you thrive. Stoicism offers the tools to help you navigate life's challenges, master your emotions, and regain control of your path. These principles are not abstract theories. They are practical steps to make 2025 the year you truly take charge of your life. Now, I ask you, are you ready to own 2025? To rise above distractions, let go of unnecessary worries, and invest in your well-being? The power lies in your hands. Start small. Choose one lesson from today's video and apply it to your life. Remember, every great transformation begins with a single step. I'd love to hear from you. Which lesson resonated with you the most? What steps will you take to focus on yourself this year? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to start their journey too. This is just the beginning. We're here to support you on your path to self-mastery. By subscribing to this channel, you ensure you'll never miss another lesson designed to help you grow, thrive, and live with purpose. If this video inspired you, hit the like button and share it with someone who could use a little Stoic wisdom in their life. 2025 is yours to claim. Let's make it a year of transformation, resilience, and unparalleled focus. Together we'll continue to learn, grow, and achieve greatness. You are ready to take the first step. Now, let's move forward as the best versions of ourselves.